Today, I'd like to talk to you about the 2020 federal budget, which was handed down last night. It was released as an economic recovery plan for Australia, and that certainly seems to be the case. From a wealth management perspective, let's look at the changes for tax, superannuation, social security and business. Starting with the personal income tax cuts, we did anticipate they may bring forward previously announced stage 2 of personal income tax cuts, and that prediction certainly proved correct. So what we're looking at, the low income tax offset, currently at $445, will increase to $700 effective immediately. The top threshold of the 19% tax bracket will increase from $37,000 to $45,000. The top threshold of the 32.5% tax bracket will increase from $90,000 to $120,000. The low to middle income tax offset that we have been enjoying the last couple of years and was due to stop this year will actually be extended for a further 12 months. So that's an additional $1,080 for individuals and $2,160 for dual income families. So that represents some quite significant savings there for many people. Now, in relation to superannuation, this was a bit of a surprise. We were wondering whether the super guarantee rate would be frozen further, whether there would be any tweaks to legislation. But what they did do was look at the Royal Commission recommendations and introduce a package called Your Future, Your Super. What this includes is a default super fund that employees can take with them throughout their working life. So instead of, if you're starting a new job, you get a new super fund and perhaps ending up with a number of different super funds, you'll be able to consolidate or have just one default super fund regardless of how many jobs you have. The intention here is to save on multiple fees by having those multiple accounts. So that's actually quite a good thing. I will point out choice of super is still available, so if you have your own fund or want to choose your own fund, you certainly can do that. Now, also what will be introduced is an annual performance test for My Super products. So My Super products will need to pass this annual performance test. If they underperform in a year, they will need to advise their members of that underperformance. If they fail the annual performance test by 2 consecutive years, then they won't be able to accept any new members until their performance improves. Now, what the government will introduce is a super comparison tool so that individuals can go on and compare fees and performance of the various My Super products, and that will enable them to look at the best fund that suits them. From 1 July 2022, more super funds will go on to that annual assessment and be part of the super comparison tool. Now, in relation to social security, we've had the coronavirus supplement payments paid fortnightly to welfare recipients such as job seeker and youth allowance, etc. What we're looking at now is an additional $250 per fortnight payment continued until December this year. So instead of $550, the payment reduces to $250 per fortnight. For pensioners, concession card holders and other eligible recipients, they will receive a further $250 one-off payment by December or from December this year, and another $250 payment around February next year. So a total of $500 extra payment for pensioners and eligible recipients, and that will include DVA recipients, so veterans. Small business and other businesses really focused in last night's budget, and we saw a number of initiatives proposed ranging from expansion of tax concessions, tax relief, temporary insolvency measures and the introduction of a job maker hiring plan, which is based on getting people back into the work and creating jobs and growth. So we can see this really was a budget for the future. Now, if you would like to see our full report, contact your Morgans advisor or your local Morgans office for that report. Thank you.